Have you ever begged someone to take your life? I was 16 when my brother Jeremiah burst through our door at 2 a.m., blood on his Lakers jersey and terror in his eyes. Those same eyes that used to light up when I'd sneak him extra cookies from Mom's jar. The same brother who taught me to ride a bike in the cracked parking lot behind our building. He joined a gang in our neighborhood 3 months earlier. Not because he wanted to, but because when you're 15 in our neighborhood and they decide you're useful, saying no isn't really an option. Dad made sure of that, using Jeremiah to pay off his own debts to the gang. Mom was in the kitchen making tamales for her dog shelter fundraiser when they kicked in the door behind Jeremiah. 3 men with tattoos crawling up their necks, the leader holding a gun that looked too big for his hand. "You thought you could just walk away, little homie?" he said to Jeremiah, who was shaking so hard I could hear his teeth chattering. Mom dropped her bowl, flour exploding across her favorite apron. Everyone was terrified. One of the gang members grabbed Mom by her hair, dragging her to the living room where I was frozen on the couch. I remember almost peeing myself, looking to my brother to stop whatever this was. "Here's how this works," Rico said, pressing the firearm into Jeremiah's back. "You tried to ghost us, thinking you could just go back to being a regular kid, but blood in, blood out, remember?" Jeremiah could barely talk. He knew he'd made a huge mistake coming home. "Please, I just wanted to finish school. I didn't mean no disrespect." He just laughed, telling him it was too late. "Pick one, your sister or your mama. You got 60 seconds. The entire room was silent as we all processed what he meant. Then Mom immediately started pleading. "Take me, baby. Take me. Daniela has her whole life ahead of her. She's going to college. She's going to be a doctor." They pointed it at me, but I started screaming over her. "No, Jeremiah, pick me. Mom has the shelter. All those dogs need her. The neighborhood needs her. I'm nobody. Just pick me." Jeremiah was sobbing now, looking back and forth with tears and snot on his face. I can't do this. Please don't make me do this." They pressed it harder into his side. 50 seconds. Mom was on her knees, still in her flour-covered apron, reaching for Jeremiah. "Baby, look at me. It's okay. I've lived my life. I've loved you both more than air. Let me go knowing Daniela will live." But I couldn't let my sweet mama do this. People needed her. I wanted it to be me. "She's lying, Jeremiah. Think about all the dogs at the shelter. Think about the kids she's kept off the streets." The other gang members were laughing, making bets on who he'd choose. Jeremiah kept saying, "I'm sorry," over and over. They counted down. 30 seconds, 20. Mom and I were both crying, both begging him to choose the other, and I could see something breaking in Jeremiah's eyes, something that would never be whole again. At 10 seconds, Jeremiah finally turned toward me, his hands steadying as tears streamed down his face. "I'm sorry, Danny," he whispered. "Mom's right. You're going to be something special." I closed my eyes, hearing Mom scream, "No!" He chose Mom. Everyone knew. He fell to his knees and they got ready. Everything was in slow motion as I watched one of their black boots walking towards her. She stayed silent, and I was pleading for them to stop. I heard a loud bang and couldn't look. I couldn't even see through all the tears in my eyes. Then I heard shouting. The front door was open. Mom was still okay. My dad stood there, weapons drawn. He was with 2 older guys, probably gang members. Dad stepped forward, and I'd never seen him look more dangerous. "You think I've been putting in work for 15 years to watch some young punk traumatize my family?" The boss, an older man with gray in his beard, surveyed the scene. He looked at Jeremiah with something almost like pity. They were yelling at each other until they agreed to go outside, tension still high. Soon it was just me, my mom, and Jeremiah left. We all sat there speechless, as we all knew what just happened. We heard the pops, and all sat there covering our ears. I hugged my mom and my brother. That was 6 months ago. He can't look Mom in the eye, can't be alone with me for more than a few minutes. Mom keeps the shelter running but installed security cameras everywhere and jumps at sudden noises. We'll never be the happy family we once were.